A representative from the Church of Scientology in Ireland is facing a hefty price tag for the fact that she went after a former member of the church in one of the most vicious ways imaginable. Now, apparently there was a man by the name of Peter Griffiths who attended the church and then realized that he wasn't really a fan of the church. Now, he's also an educator, and recently he was teaching a lesson about the Church of Scientology to his students, and he filmed the whole thing and put it up on the internet. Now, the not the former members, but the current members of the Church of Scientology saw that and they didn't like it. Now, as you guys know, there have been various instances in the past where the church will try to retaliate against those who left the church in vicious ways. Well, here's a perfect example of that now. Now, in a series of highly personal emails to the school's principal, she accused Griffiths of criminal activity, hate-mongering, and having links to porn videos featuring teenage boys. One of the emails included a picture of Griffiths totally naked, apart from a mask held over his genitals. Now, Griffiths took her to court over this. Now, obviously, it's defamation if it's not true. Sabrina Collins was the person who was taken to court, and she was sued. That's what I mean. And she was found guilty. Now, the only thing that was accurate in those emails was the nude picture of him holding that mask over his genitals.
Yeah.
He had taken that in solidarity with Prince Harry, who had taken a nude picture of himself in Las Vegas and got a little heat for that.
Yeah, it was, I don't remember if it was of himself. He was definitely naked in, like, the Hard Rock Hotel or something. And I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because you read this article, you're like, why would you have a Guy Fawkes mask, which, for those who don't know, is the V for Vendetta mask, over his junk? Why would you do that? And if it's in solidarity with Prince Harry, like, I want to pay that guy $4,500 because that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So good.
I know.
Yeah, I want to blame it all on Prince Harry, though, for getting naked like that.
It's all his fault. By the way, think about this for a second, though. You're so insecure about your so-called religion that someone saying negative things about it drives you to send horrific emails to that individual's employer.
Yeah.
To defame him, right?
Yeah, you say, it's like Rosanna Den. It's like, you sound like a really awesome religion. Like, you're just going after people, like sending naked photos of them. Like, I don't want to join you. I don't want to hang out with you. I read Scientology.
This is the best part about the story, by the way. Okay, the emails were sent by Sabrina Collins, whom the court heard was an ethics officer and director of special affairs in the Church of Scientology. She claimed that she had targeted Griffiths because he was an avid hate campaigner. Now,
So
she was ordered to pay money for the fact that she did this to him. $5,600 was the amount. Damages for the vile attack.
Yeah, so good. She said I could have dealt with it in a more temperate way.
Maybe.
I like the ethics enforcer. I'm an ethics enforcer. And it's just like, literally, like, if you do something I perceive as bad, I will do something bad against you. That's her idea of ethics.
Yes.
That might be retribution, but I don't think, she's definitely lowering herself to a terrible level to do what she thinks is right. But
Absolutely.
That's just not. But like a lot of the Scientology stuff, depending on how much you believe from the HBO documentary, is like they audit you. And they say that they're monitoring like your response to issues that you have in your life. But along the way, as you confess all the things you've done, now they have it on record. And having it on record, they can do what they want against you if you ever choose to leave. That's the cultiest part of it, is that they've got something on you and threaten you very clearly if you do leave. I don't like it. I bought the book. I have the book Scientology. And if anyone wants just like a weird feeling activity, go into a bookstore and buy it from someone at the register. Because you have to like say, I would like to buy the book of Scientology now. And it's only like, it's like a couple hundred pages and it's big reading. It's like one of those Eckhart Tolle like self-help books. And honestly, reading it, you're just like, it does this thing that those books do, which is they just tell you things you feel comfortable agreeing with for long enough. They're like, look outside. Is the sky blue? Yes, it is. Where are you? And they do all these little exercises. It's like, here's how to relate to the world. And you're like, oh, I could see that. I relate to things around me and then friends around me, then my state. And they slowly get you used to agreeing with them. And then at the end, it's like, also, we're all from space. And it's strange.
Well, the thing about Scientology is, it gets a lot of criticism, and it's justified criticism. But at the same time, it's criticized more and it's considered less credible than other religions because it's newer. But all these other religions that people believe in are just as wacky. Like the fact that women come from the rib of a man. And all of those things are loony. But we tend to take those older religions more seriously. I don't personally, because I don't believe in organized religion at all. But it is fascinating to see that the Church of Scientology gets a lot more criticism than some of the cultish behavior of other religions.
Right, you get to say that stuff because it happened. It's like, oh, but that story's old. That story's from a time before we had any idea about stuff. Like, if you look in the Bible, they used to tell us in Catholic school, like, Noah was 190 years old when this happened. And you're just like, wait, how? They just lived longer back then. The weird equivocations, like, God built the earth in 7 days, but they weren't like days. He built them. They were longer than we know days. It's like, wow, we're just like in this weird logical no zone.
I know.
But you're right. It's because it's newer.